Dr. King. Under No Child Left Behind, the federal government dictated how states and school districts measured school performance. Schools, the federal government identified as underperforming or failing were forced to adopt a prescriptive and burdensome school improvement plan. Reforms within those schools were dictated by the federal government. If a school failed to improve over several years, increasingly harsh corrective action was required. Within the federally mandated school improvement plan, states and local school districts lost the right to determine what was needed to make positive changes. Congress recognized the negative impact this had on students, and we worked in a bipartisan fashion to pass a law that would restore state and local control of K-12 education. Now, under the Every Student Succeeds Act, schools and school districts are able to develop school improvement plans approved and monitored by their state leaders. This new flexibility allows state and local leaders not only to collaborate, but also to be held accountable and take responsibility when it comes to improving student learning and achievement. 2 weeks ago, Dr. Vic Wilson, the superintendent of Hartselle City Schools in Hartselle, Alabama, came before the committee to discuss how the new law represents, quote, the first time in 15 years the state and local education agencies can demonstrate what they can do to support student learning without federal overreach, end quote. Dr. Wilson emphasized the benefit of the new flexibility superintendents have under the Every Student Succeeds Act when he said, every leader needs the flexibility to deal with these situations that are unique to their district in a manner that best meets the need. ESSA is a huge step in this direction and will serve leaders as they strive to lead all learners up the stairs of success. He went on to say, quote, throughout the United States, the nation's 14,000 public school superintendents are charged with meeting and exceeding expectation of student achievement and learning for stakeholders at the local level. What works in Alabama might differ slightly from what works in Minnesota. ESSA provides a new opportunity for each of those leaders in their districts. As you can see, state and local leaders are eager and excited to make the changes needed in their individual districts that will have a positive impact on their students. The Every Student Succeeds Act prohibits the Department of Education from prescribing school improvement strategies. The text of the law says, quote, nothing in this act shall be construed to authorize or permit the Secretary as a condition of approval of the state plan or revisions or amendments to the state plan to prescribe any specific school support and improvement strategies or activities that state or local educational agencies establish and implement to intervene in, support, and improve schools and improve student outcomes. That sounds very straightforward to me. In fact, it's one more example demonstrating Congress's clear intent to reduce the federal role and restore state and local control of our nation's K-12 classrooms. I have a very simple question for you, Dr. King. Can you assure us that the department will comply with this prohibition? And all I need is a simple yes or no.
We will certainly in all of our actions be consistent with the letter of the law. As we're developing regulations and guidance, we will gather feedback and input from stakeholders and make sure that we use regulations and guidance to address areas where clarity is needed. But yes, we will ensure that we maintain the flexibility that school districts have and states have around the interventions in struggling schools. And we will also ensure that they comply with the expectation of the law that they meaningfully address achievement gaps.
So there was a yes in there somewhere, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. I yield back.
Gentlelady yields back. Ms.